Happy Wednesday. I know you've been sipping on your coffee for a couple hours. This is my very first drink this morning. Best coffee in the world right here. Good morning, Posh Latina. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning, Irish Lux. Where are you guys joining us from today? We're located east of Los Angeles, but we both work in Los Angeles. We just live a little east of Los Angeles, and we absolutely love where we live because it's very peaceful and not super crowded. Irish Lux says from Old Lyme, Connecticut. Awesome. And yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but my neighbor the other day was asking me, how are you guys doing? Do you guys need more food? She's a really nice neighbor. She makes food for us sometimes. And I'm like, we love it, actually. We're loving this at home. The dogs love it. We love it. We don't have this like, oh my gosh, we need to leave the house thing.
Yeah.
Inkling or whatever. Good morning, Reselling. Posh Latina's cross listing right now.
Yay!
Yes. How many listings are you shooting for? Good morning, Onassis Sales.
Hey.
Bae, how you doing this morning?
Wow, you got her name right. Just like that.
Yeah, but we're loving it. Like, we go out sometimes. Like, we had to leave the house yesterday because a computer broke down, and it was the main computer I'm using for my job. So we had to take it to the shop and bring a new computer so they could restore everything from the old computer to the new computer. Cross your fingers for us that it works out. Good morning, LA Lavish. And I was like, hey, Michelle, do you feel good being out? And she's like, it's whatever. So, I felt a little good being out, but it's whatever, right? Good morning, Trisha99, all the way in Arizona. How you doing this morning? Well, today we wanted to talk about a little bit about the United States Postal Service and breaking down the mailing services that they offer. Our professional shipper here is Michelle. So every time you notice I'm asking her questions, it's because she has that designated job. So we actually split up our work. Unless she leaves for, travel somewhere and I take over her jobs, she always does the shipping. So the question is, what USPS service do you use the most? So there's quite a few out there. Which one is your favorite? Which one do you use the most? And let's ask you, Michelle. Maybe you can answer that question.
Well, it depends on what platform you sell on. Of course, Poshmark has been doing pretty well, so it's always going to be priority mail. So nowadays it's priority mail.
Yeah. And you usually go online and you request free boxes that the mailman delivers to your door.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And actually, I think all the post offices, especially right now, are requesting that, if you guys are resellers like us, that you don't go in and take all the boxes, but that you request them to be delivered to your home right now, And so, let's see, Ria Sell says that her favorite or the service she uses the most is priority. TrishFan99 says it's priority and first class. And good morning, Runway Closet. How you doing this morning? And Posh Latino said on eBay first class because it's cheap. It's good to know this stuff. Like, thanks for sharing. We're all learning together.
Yeah.
Runway Closet says, good morning, ladies. And so, good morning. Happy Wednesday.
So I did a little bit of research on, the different classes, and it's quite interesting. They actually divide everything by classes. So the classes of mail, the definition is the Postal Service divides mail into different services called classes. Each class of mail has different features, service levels, postage prices, and pre-sort requirement for most of your mailing. It depends on the material, and postage would determine the class of mail you select. So before this whole reselling thing, I had no clue. The only thing I knew was first class mail. Or I would just show up at the post office and they just give me a price. So, there's a lot to learn about the system, and we have a couple comments.
Yeah, so Ria says that she just put in an order for boxes. Way to go, Ria. Irish Look says that she orders she or he orders, USPS supplies online, and I also now schedule pickups through USPS app. Do you do that on the app or you do it online?
I do it online.
Online,
yeah.
On the computer?
Another thing is if you schedule your pickup. So Etsy makes it really easy for you.
With USPS?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. And hello, good morning. It's Jatin, and good morning, the Valve Hanger. Yeah, like we've been using the pickup. It's pretty darn good. 90% of the time they pick up, no problem. And a little bit percent of the time they actually forget or don't come. It happens, but we don't get angry. It hasn't affected our rating. It's really made life easy for us. Good morning, Insta Shop NYC, and good morning, Shane Roofy. How you guys doing this morning?
Good morning.
All right. So the different classes of mail that are offered at USPS is Priority Mail Express, Priority Mail, First Class Mail, and Media Mail. So we're going to briefly go through each of those. Remember, if you guys have any questions, use a little question mark sticker below, and we can display your question so everyone can see it.
And a quick shout out to Trish Van for recommending this topic, because it's a really good topic to talk about.
That's right.
So Priority Express Mail, I don't think a lot of us use this. It's anything mailable, letters, merchandise. It's up to 70 pounds. It's 1 day to 2 day expedited. So this is mainly express. So if you want it the next day, if you sell something on Etsy and somebody wants it like for sure the next day, this is a service you use. It's definitely faster, and it has the cost is a little bit more expensive. And this is something that we just found out that they offer free forwarding in return. So, for example, if you have something and the buyer says, hey, I gave you the wrong address, can you forward it to this address? You can do it for free, and you have to contact post office to do it.
Yeah, but given the situation right now, we can't really depend on these dates. Like we can for the most part, but sometimes it's slowed down a little bit. You can expect delays across the board on some of the shipping. USPS has been overwhelmed. We noticed our postman and postwoman, they have upgraded trucks. I don't know if you guys noticed, but they have like these huge mail trucks now. Good morning, Thrifty Space, and good morning, Hustlin' Hooks. How you guys doing today?
So Priority Mail is, we talked about it. It's basically our favorite thing about Priority Mail is that these boxes are free. And so anytime you use Priority Mail, you can use these boxes. So they come in all sizes. They come in a tube. They come in shoe box size. They come in like this really big size. So that is a really cool thing. So it's up to 70 pounds. And the costs vary. It really depends on where you're located. But for poshers, we don't have to worry much about it. For eBayers, definitely, the price goes up depending on where you're located, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah, and like on eBay, you have to put in the price and dimensions, not the buyer, right?
No.
But on Etsy, you put in the dimensions and the weight, and then they put in their address, and it tells them according to their address how much it's going to be.
Yeah, eBay does that too.
eBay does that as well?
eBay
okay.
Does that too.
And so how do they even determine like per address what the prices are going to be?
So they break everything down by zone, and this is something that I always hear people talking about zone. So zone 1 is local, it's close to you, to zone 9, which is very far away. So depending on the zone, the prices really change, and the weight and the size of the box. So that's how Priority Mail works.
So basically you can go online and Google the zone if you are curious as to which zone your addresses are in. So Thrifty, Hustlin' Hook says, hi, smiley face. Thrifty Space Queen says, very cool, I've never seen the zone map.
Yeah, it's I hear it all the time that it's visual, so now you're like, oh, I get it. First class mail, this is something that I had to learn when we started reselling, is that first class applies to anything under than 1 pound. So you cannot use,
but actually, is
or
it
13 ounces?
Yeah, 13 ounces
Yes. Okay. We'll get technical. 13 ounces.
Yes.
You cannot use these boxes. It's forbidden. So when you do first class mail, you can use a poly mailer. For those who are selling on eBay, we use these a lot because they're light. They'll help you keep the weight down. And first class mail is super cheap. It's usually around $5. It could be, $3 to $5.
Yeah, and like when you weigh something, you need to include the packaging weight too.
Yeah.
You're supposed to, yeah. It's not just the weight of the item inside.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have encountered this. Sometimes your item is like 11 ounces and then you add the envelope, it's like, oh, it's over 1 pound. So that is disappointing, but you have to go to priority mail if that's the case. First class mail, you can also use your own box, but definitely not the priority mail boxes.
So Thrifty Space Queen says, most of my items ship first class. Right on. What are most of the things you're selling? And Irish Lux says, I forget, do you get tracking with first class mail?
That's a really good question.
That's a good question.
So I used to try to save money, and we talked about it in our other podcast, is that first class mail, if you go to the post office and you use it, they don't give you tracking. However, if you go through eBay, it provides you tracking. Or at the post office, I think you have to pay extra to get that.
What do you guys know about that? If you guys know something else, please write it in the comments below. And so what about on Etsy? Do they provide a tracking number?
Yeah, Etsy provides a tracking number.
I wonder if Pirate Ship also provides a tracking number for first class mail.
Yeah,
they do? Mm-hmm. There you go. Pirate Ship.
All right,
so Thrifty Space Queen said, I sell used clothing on eBay. Oh, sweet. So your items are like
light,
on the lighter side. And Runway Closet said, I use first class for my Mercari, which I mostly only list less than a pound using Pirate Ship. Right on. And Runway Closet says, yes, they do. Provide tracking. Awesome. So thank you guys for the feedback. We appreciate that. Okay, so now media mail. Right, like what is it? It's like a very unique kind of mail service that the USPS provides. And so you can use that for books. It should be at least 8 pages. If not, use first class mail. Film, printed music, printed test materials, sound recordings, play scripts, printed educational charts, loose leaf pages and binders consisting of medical information and computer, what is that? Readable media, advertising, restrictions apply. So media mail is just that. It's just like, media, right? Books, CDs, anything like that.
Yeah, so if you guys are selling vintage items or even vinyls, those are classified as media mail or DVDs. A lot of people sell DVDs. And it's crazy. Media mail is like the cheapest postage out there. So for example, a book over a pound, the postage is probably about $3. So it's really cheap compared to the other services. However, don't cheat the system, because I was told that by the postman that they do check occasionally what's inside. So DVDs, books.
How about video games?
Video games works. Anything CD works. So this is, if you're selling any items from this list, go for medium milk and you're gonna save money.
Good morning, Maleficent29. Happy Wednesday.
So the drawback of medium mail is that it's a little slow. It takes a little bit more time to get to the buyer. Cost is really low, and they also offer the free forwarding and return service.
We do have a question here. So the question is, what type of box would you put a vinyl album in? That's a good question.
I think you're gonna have to.
I don't think I would use a box personally, to be honest. No, you know what I would do, and we have a video on it on our YouTube. I would probably, I would package a vinyl similarly to how we package our vintage newspapers. So what I would do is I would take, check out our video. It's like 1 or 2 minutes on YouTube on how to package vintage newspapers. So you just take 2 cardboards, and tape them on the side of the vinyl that I would probably package in bubble wrap and maybe like a poly bag, and then you get another 2 boxes on the outside and you wrap it. It's gonna look like this.
So
with a
it'll
lot
be
of
like
tape.
A flat.
Yeah.
It'll be a flat, hard
Yeah.
cardboard.
And we do newspapers like that, and they are sent as media mail. So we get good rates on that. Excellent question, you guys. Keep it coming. Keep them coming. All right, so finish with this media mail?
Yeah.
All right, then. So here's a little summary of all the different kinds of types of shippings. Now, you can find this on USPS.com. And is there anything... do you guys have any additional questions that we haven't answered about USPS that you've always wondered about?
I have a question for you guys. Actually, I have something else to talk about. Is flat rate shipping. There is a thing called priority mail flat rate. It means that whatever you shove in that package, it's going to be the same price. Doesn't matter how much it weighs. For us, it's a little bit too complicated to do the flat rate because you kind of have to like calculate everything. But if you're really into saving money, sometimes flat rate might be cheaper than priority mail. So they do have flat rate shipping boxes for free. You can get those as well.
Oh, okay, cool. So I don't know. I don't see the flat rate boxes on this chart here. They're just another service?
Yeah, it's another service.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So some people use it, for example, they have a flat rate box that's this size, and if it's something heavy like a battery or something super heavy,
like a small box, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
got it.
And
okay.
so you might save money because it's I think it's $7.
So the flat rate boxes are generally on the smaller side.
No.
Oh, there's different sizes.
Different sizes, yeah.
Is there a limit on pounds?
Yes. I don't know what the limit is, but
okay.
For heavy items and small items, I think flat rate would be the way to go.
For sure. All right. Well, without further ado, happy hump day. So we have this person here. He's like a famous person, but he says, I don't always order a package, but when I do, I check delivery status every 12 minutes. Does anyone else do that? I don't know. I was laughing when Michelle read this last night because I totally do that. Like when I order something, we have an app. It's called the Shop app. And it tells you, like, you put in your email address, and it tells you, like, when your packages are going to be delivered, whatever people purchase from you. Or if you ordered something, it tells you when you're going to get your package. And when I buy, like, gifts for my family or I send them a package, I'm checking every 12 minutes. Did they get it yet? Did they get it yet? Okay. I guess maybe it's just me. All right, guys.
As a seller, I check it because I freak out, especially when it's, like, expensive item. I check all the time, like making sure the buyer gets it. So I wish there was something that would like pop up on my phone that says it's been delivered.
There is something. You don't have the app?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, I don't even, because I always, All right. So anytime there's like a new innovative thing, I always tell Michelle about it. A whole full year later, she's like, hey, did you know about this app? Blah, 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 blah. There's an app, guys. It's called the Shop app. All you have to do is connect your email address to it, and it will tell you all of the platforms that you are connected to, that you deliver to. It will tell you when the item is en route. It includes a tracking number, and as soon as it gets delivered. So there you go. All right. If you guys have any other ideas as to what kind of topics you want to hear us discuss in the morning, please send us a DM. A lot of you have done that already, so we do appreciate that. And thanks again, Trish, for this idea. Runway Closet said you can sign into USPS and it will send you emails for notifications.
Yes, I know you can do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. But if you prefer like a notification on your phone, check out the Shop app. All right, guys, we'll have we do have one more comment. From Irish Lux. There are priority mail boxes that are categorized differently that I ordered once that have FRB on it. Is that special only to be used for certain things?
FRB, I'm not sure what FRB is.
Okay, we're going to have to look into that one. We actually had not heard about FRB.
I think so, because I ordered mistakenly for something for the military, and they have certain codes on there, and I don't think you could use that. So make sure you order the right kind, and we'll have to check on our FRB.
But so Irish Luck says, never mind, I just answered my own question. So let us know flat rate box. We just talked about that. Awesome. All right. So Ria Sells says, I get text from USPS. She gets text from USPS. Ria Sells.
Oh.
How do you sign up for those texts? Awesome. Okay. So we're going to have to look into that.
Yeah. So flat rate boxes, you have a good question. So I asked the post office. One time I used FRB, flat rate boxes, priority mail for a regular priority mail because it says flat rate. The post office people told me that as long as your pricing of what you paid for is enough to cover flat rate, then you're good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, it makes sense. All right. So Ria Sells says that on her USPS account. So if you want to check out, get notifications, it sounds like you're able to do it via USPS. But if you want to find a one-stop shop that gives you notifications for USPS, FedEx, UPS, check out the Shop app. So good morning, Corey's Upcycle, and good morning, Kimberly Chaos. So we're going to have to sign off now, but we appreciate you joining us this morning, and check out the replay on IGTV, and we will upload this as a podcast today as well. So without further ado, have a wonderful Wednesday, and we will see you guys tomorrow.